Hello professionals, Namaskar. I am Sushil and today we are starting a new journey. So let me first introduce myself. Myself Sushil. I have more than 12 years of rich experience into HR. I have interviewed and hired more than thousands of people across United States, Canada, India, and some other parts of the globe. Today we are going to discuss very important topic. Are you looking for a job? Are you a fresher or an experienced person? Are you a recent graduate or your graduation is coming to complete soon? So, if you are looking for a job or you are a fresh graduate, this video is for you. It is very important because I have seen people are not preparing properly for the interviews, and the first thing is the resume, which I'm going to discuss today. How to write a resume or how to make a resume. See, resume is a very impressive things that you are presenting to the recruiter or HR director. Because you are not present there. You are proceeding the piece of paper. You are not proceeding the brain. So the first, you'll have to create your resume in a very concise and interesting way so that the HR person or a recruiter should definitely select your profile. So how to write a resume? See, you can tweak your resume the way you want. There is no any certified way to writing a resume. But I have seen people writing resume very long. I would suggest you to write your resume in a two, three pages. It should not be more than 3-4 pages. If you are very senior personality, if you are very senior professionals, resume should be at least in a 3 to 4 pages. That's it. Because I have seen many of the companies, they are not accepting profiles more than 5 pages. And sometime we received resume 10-12 pages. They write whole story of the experience. Whatever experience they have received, they write everything. So we are going to discuss how to write a impressive resume. So first of all, see, what do interviewers look for in the resume? Or you can say, what does an interviewer seek in your resume? Interesting, right? So if you'll remember this thing, once you'll remember this thing, that what an interviewer will be seeking in your resume, the time when you'll start thinking as an HR person, you'll always create your resume that would be really impressive. So how it's matter, how it does matter. If you are in IT, banking, education, sales marketing, hotel management, entertainment industry, that does not make any sort of difference. See, let me tell you, where there are thousands of job applicants, they apply on a single job. We receive thousands of job applications when we post any requirement on any job boards. So why your resume should be shortlisted? Why your resume should be shortlisted by a recruiter? So when you are creating your resume, it should contain concise template, and I will share some templates in the ending of this video. So let me give you some specific format how to write a resume. So in the top, I would suggest you to write your name. In below, you should write your current location. Let's suppose if you are living in San Francisco, California, I would not suggest to put whole address. I would suggest you to write San Francisco and a state initial like CA. After that, write down your email address, your mobile number. I'll always suggest to write down your LinkedIn profile if you have. If you do not have, I would suggest you to create your LinkedIn profile. Because nowadays, most of the HR personality, HR person, recruiters, even sometimes hiring managers also go on LinkedIn and do a quick search. So I'll cover these things in another video. Let me concise right now what else we need to write down. Okay, one thing I have noticed several times during my sourcing, shortlisting, and interviewing, sometimes people create their email address like abaraasik @gmail.com or honey, I love you @gmail.com. Please, please, please try to understand. You are in a professional world. You should create your email address professionally. So I would suggest you to put your first name, last name. It should contain, and it should be combination of your first name and last name, whatever platform you are using, Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, whatever is the browser that you're using, that does not matter. Only thing, try to create your email address. It should contain, it should combination of your first name and last name. Okay. After that, you should write your objectives. So objectives should, like if you are a digital marketing personality, you should write some 1-2 lines related to why you are in this industry. What was the things that impressed you to come into digital marketing? If you are a fresher, you could also write like innovator or easy to learn, like these things. These can be also written under hobbies, but objectives should be very concise. That what's your objective? Okay. After that, I would suggest you to write down your professional summary. In professional summary, I have seen people are writing in 10 lines, 12 lines, 15 lines, 20 lines. No. See, if you are writing your professional summary, it should be in a max to max 4 to 5 bullet points. That's it. And in 4 to 5 bullet points, you should cover everything that you have experienced. It may contain some educational background as well, and your experience that you have gained. Okay. After professional summary, I have seen most of the applicants, they write down their educational details or certifications. Sometimes some companies prefer to write down their educational details and certification in below. So vice versa, you can write down your educational details and certification after summary. I would prefer to write down educational details and certification just below to summary. Why is it so? Because let's suppose if you are a digital marketer and you have some sort of certification in digital marketing. So if you write down just below to summary, that's really impressed. Because a recruiter does not have to go whole long of your resume to find out your certifications. If you are a Salesforce admin, you have a certification in Salesforce development or administration. If you have written down just below to your professional summary, that makes sense. Because recruiter or a HR person does not have to go long below to your resume and look at your educational background and see what certifications you have done. For some kind of jobs, for some sort of jobs, certification is must have, like network engineering, security engineering, cyber security. For digital marketing as well, I have seen many person, they need to have some sort of certification. If you are into infrastructure background personality, so if you are looking for a SAN NAS storage person, there is some certification that is must to have. So I would suggest you to write down your education and certification just below to your professional summary. One thing I would like to remind you, I would not suggest you to write down your whole educational background if you are an experienced person. Because I have seen some people more than 7 years, 6 years, 12 years, 15 years, project manager, project directors, cybersecurity directors, they put when they completed 10th, 12th, graduation, master's degree. So I would suggest you to put your highest educational qualification and when you started and completed the year. That's it. Okay. Sometime recruiter will ask you that when you started your master's, the month and year, and when you completed the month and year. It is because they need to mention while submitting your application into the system, into the ATS. I will elaborate ATS things in a different video. Alright, now if you are a fresher, you need to write down your educational details in a detailed manner, like when you completed 10, 12, graduation, or if you have an associate degree. Okay, after that, you need to write down your professional experience. So, let's suppose if you have worked in a 5 different companies, you have more than 10 years of experience. So, the format should like company name, and in the right section of the company, the duration, when you started this project and when it's completed. Okay, one thing I would suggest you to always remember, if you are an experienced person, current job should be first and reverse back into chronological order. Because I have seen some people, they write down when they were working 10 years back in a top, and going again after that the company worked for. No, I would suggest you to write down your current job first, after that reverse back to the chronological order. Okay, one thing that is very important is responsibilities. See, your responsibilities should be very concise. If you are if you are a digital marketing specialist, your responsibilities should be in a 4-5 lines, and it should contain the keywords that hiring manager is looking for this role, and you want to apply for this particular role. Let's suppose campaign, digital marketing, online marketing. You were handling Facebook page, Twitter page of the organization. And one thing that is very important for all the sales marketing, even for a project manager, project directors, if you'll write down in a numeric details. Let's suppose if I am a digital marketing specialist, I joined XYZ company. When I joined, the LinkedIn face followers was 50,000. And when I joined, I took some initiatives. I have created some templates, builded some videos which is related to companies, portfolios, the work that they are doing, and distributed among the employees. All employees has taken it seriously and worked on SEO. Then within 6 months, that company's LinkedIn followers reached to 1 million. See the difference. It was 50,000, now it's 1 million. So if you write down in a numeric manner, the interviewer will be very impressed. So always write down your experience in 4-5 bullet points. I have seen many times the applicant write down whole story of the project, the responsibilities in like 12-15 bullet points. No one has enough time to go through your whole story. So concise, and write down your resume which contained some specific bullet points. Okay, if you worked in a same company for 3-4 times, just put down like you were a marketing associate, you were a senior marketing manager, a specialist. After that you became a digital marketing manager. So each job title should have 4 5 different responsibilities, and go on. One thing that I would like to remind you, that you should write down skills. Let's suppose if you are a Java developer. So sometime I have seen applicant write down skills in a right or left, sometime below, or sometime in the top of the resume after their name. No, that's not the right way. I would suggest you to write down your technical skills after professional summary. Let's suppose if you are a Java developer, you could write down what's your expertise level in Java, Spring, Struts, Hibernate. If you have worked on Angular, Node.js, what about your database experience, on which database you have worked on, SQL, NoSQL, Oracle, whatever experience you have. And if you are a fresher, you can write down in this way whatever the soft skills is. You have very good team player experience, project management experience. I always get questions, lots of calls, that if a fresher is, how they can write down in details. I would suggest you, if you are a fresher, in an experience section, you should write down whatever job projects you have done during your graduation, your certification. So write down the projects that you have done. Some coding exercise you could also show. I would also suggest that if you have taken any debate, if you have participated in any debate, just write down those things in details. That's it. If you'll write your resume in this way, believe me, you'll definitely get a recruiter call. And when you'll get a call from recruiter, it's your time to showcase yourself. And when you'll get final call from the hiring manager, it's the time to show your brain, because you have just proceeded the paper, not the brain. One last thing. Sometime I have seen people are sending resume to the HR person. They didn't check the spelling errors. I would always suggest to please check your spelling before sending your resume to any HR person. Because if they'll find a spelling error, they are not going to select you. One thing that I always get call from applicants, that what should be the font. See, it does not matter, but I would suggest you to use Arial, Times Roman, or Calvary. And what should be size? 11. That's it. So, dear professionals, how does this video like you? Suits you? Write down your comment so that I'll try to create more videos for you. Also, if you are struggling in interviews or any sort of circumstances that you want me to make a video, please comment and write down. One more thing. See, I'm sweating because due to sound disturbance, I have not switch on the fan or AC. So I'm taking initiative to help you, all the applicants across the globe. So I would suggest you, please share this video to those who are doing graduation, or those who are recent graduate, or those who are looking for a job, experienced person. They are making mistakes, so they are not getting interviews call. This video is definitely need to be in their hand, so that when they'll listen, watch this video, they will learn and they'll try to remove all the mistakes that they are making. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.